Hi, Scorpio. My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot. And y'all are number 5 this week. So thank you for your views. Um, if you like it here, if you love it here, please like the video, subscribe, like this video so other Scorpios such as yourself can see this. Please excuse if you hear my dog snoring in the background. Like, she be killing me because I'll be like, what 9 to 5? What business do you, literally snoring? Lives a good life, I tell you. Um, So there is that. Some of you may be in need of some rest like that, all right, because you've been working hard. Scorpio, extra cards came out for you and I went ahead and took them. There is a lot of energy here, okay? As far as signs that I see here, I see Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, and then Gemini and Aquarius. So we have all the air signs here, all the water signs, and Taurus and Sagittarius. All right, between like what's here and then also my intuition. So, Scorpio, the overall energy of this spread is the Empress. So, there are a couple of different messages here because there are a lot of different people in this spread. All right. So, keep in mind that this is a collective reading, so I'm going to read everything that I feel here, that I see here. So, Scorpio, some of you, Scorpio placements, you could be nostalgic about something with your mother. So, some of you may have like a mother wound, to heal. Some of you could have some complex relationships with your mother. Some of you could be stepping into becoming a mother. So it has you reflecting on your childhood quite a bit, or maybe some of you have that desire to meet your Empress, and it has you reflecting on something about childhood. All right. If you are not pregnant or not wanting to get someone pregnant, this month there is a lot of creativity, at play here. You're going to be working hard, perfecting your craft. And in some way, shape, or form, you're going to really be in your creative bag. If some of you are wanting acknowledgement, you will receive that this month. Now, let me slow down. Let me show you the cards here. So, we have the Empress, all right? That's the overall energy of the spread. The Empress is like higher than the queens. It's like Empress, High Priestess, and then you have all the queens of every, suit, all right? So, the Empress is sign of Libra and Taurus. This is somebody who's very caring, nurturing, mother, divine feminine, a creator, someone who's really into, beauty. All right. We have the Empress as the overall energy of the spread. Scorpio, maybe some of you are embodying this energy this month. You're taking care of yourself, better. All right. The Empress also attracts too. Like things are attracted to her. So that's the overall energy of the spread. If y'all are not wanting babies, Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, rising, North Node, South Node, wrap it up, because this may be the time. Or also, I want some of y'all to be very careful about going quickly towards someone from your past that you used to feel deeply about, especially if you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you are a Scorpio specifically, Cancer or Pisces, or they're a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, because you're going to fuck around and find out. All right. So, also, some of these same cards came out in the Libra reading and in the Aquarius reading. So if you have one of those placements in your, chart that's prominent, or you're connected to one, you may want to go and watch those readings as well. Okay. So again, I'm seeing there being some sort of nostalgia this month for you, Scorpio. You're feeling very sentimental. Like you are in your feelings big time this month. And you're reflecting about something that's like familiar. Also, some of you may be being called to work on your inner child, like heal your inner child. You're doing things that, may bring you pleasure. And I think also the thing is, because the Six of Cups, I didn't say this in any of the other readings, so maybe it wasn't relevant for them, but some of you may be having a reconciliation with a mother-like figure, or a younger air sign, or a mature water sign. All right. Some of you may be having some reconciliation, with them. Okay. Like some sort of reunion. We have Six of Cups. Some of you could even be like a sibling. Maybe your bond is going to grow deeper with your sibling or something. Okay. Now, Scorpio, there is something or someone that you want to rush toward. Right now, I'm feeling like that's more so a project. All right. But this is next to that Six of Cups. So this could be you being impatient and being like choosing to be in a more daring energy and focused and going after something quickly without thinking about it, though. All right. Now, for some of you, this could be about something in relation to your career, or a skill you have, or a talent, because this is next to the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is he's working hard on his craft. All right. So be mindful of rushing into like commitments or signing contracts when it comes to your career. Just because it's like you've been working hard, or like you're ready to reap the benefits of working hard, and like you don't read the fine print. All right. Be very mindful of that. Or be very mindful of chasing after your ego and like wanting to be, put on this pedestal. Some of you Scorpios, you struggle with the devil sign of Capricorn, but like I'm feeling like materialistic things or something with your ego. All right. You may live above your means, like spend what you don't have. Like, why are you out going to go do this, that, and the third, and then you're in this heavy debt? What is your plan to clear your debt? So just be mindful of that. All right. But Six of Wands can also be a good thing. So maybe by you also, this is the more positive side of it, maybe by you going after what you want and being assertive, you're going to receive some sort of achievement, some public recognition. Your self-confidence may improve. Make sure your self-confidence doesn't become inflated, though, where it becomes a problem, where you're like self-centered and all these other things. All right. Meant to tell you that the Knight of Swords is the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This could also be a younger air sign coming towards you. And you may not be like with the shit, Scorpio. You could also be like, baby, I don't got time. Like if somebody else is in a nostalgic energy about you, you may be like, I don't got time. I'm getting to my work. I'm getting to my bag. Fuck is you talking about? So that could also be something that resonates with you. On the other side of things, some of you may, of course, you don't just mature in 1 month, right? But we do have a full moon coming up. We did just finish eclipse season in September. And so some of you, while you're really in touch with your feelings this month, it's like, you're also becoming very in tune with your emotions. You're becoming very in tune with being in tune. So trusting your intuition a bit more and allowing that to guide you. All right. Some of you may also be being more empathetic. So whoever it is that you're thinking about, you may provide them with some compassion. All right. But yet you're more mature and balanced. Just a very intuitive, like deep energy. One thing about not fire signs, some of you may be connected to a fire sign, or have a fire sign placement within your chart, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But one thing about water signs is that they feel very, very deeply, but don't always express it. That's what be having y'all fucked up. Like, how you gonna be in love with somebody or so nostalgic about somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then want to go after them maybe like recklessly, but it's like you ain't never even expressed this stuff, right? So it's like if you're going to express something, at least think it through. All right? Or Scorpios, you guys feel so deeply, but what about the expressing? Okay? So anyway, you are tapping into your higher self. There may be some secret that comes about this month, Scorpio, that comes out that you discover, right? Because you're more in touch with God, Source, Spirit, Universe this month. You're tapping into sacred knowledge. There's a really divine feminine energy here, Scorpio. So if you are a woman, you're really tapping into that divine feminine energy. And if you are a man, you may be connecting with the divine feminine this month, or that's who's on your mind, all right, with this high priestess here, sign of Pisces. And then we have the King of Cups here, which is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces energy. So something really heavy about the feelings, especially because the Six of Cups is here too. So maybe some of you are tired of sitting in a nostalgic energy about somebody and you're ready to go get them. Or you're ready to go get whatever it is that you want. Okay. So let's read these next ones. We have expansion here. Pursue bigger and greater endeavors. So you are called to do that. If some of you have been maintaining being in your comfort zone, it's time. Expansion reminds me of Sagittarius. So maybe you're going to connect with the Sagittarius, or maybe that's who you're going towards. All right. We have be open to change. Scorpio, you are a fixed sign, so you struggle with change. You like things the way you like it, and that's it. But that's not life, baby. So you got to be more flexible and open to change. Be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. Also, if you're connecting with the divine feminine, that closed-minded shit is not going to work. Because a divine feminine and somebody who's in their really intuitive bag is always going to be growing, is always going to become more self-aware, may be willing to try, new things or resolve problems in a different way. So if you're just stuck and you're being stubborn, you're going to lose out on this divine feminine. If you're, man. We all have feminine and masculine energy, so take it how it resonates, all right? We have self-awareness, more Pisces energy. This reading is so watery. It's so deep in the feels. Self-awareness, tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. See how it just said be open to change? So you're going to be expanding this month, which means your consciousness is going to be expanding. Your self-awareness will also be expanding if you allow it. All right? Confession, releasing a secret, pursue virtue through honesty. Scorpio, what the fuck y'all got to say to somebody? Somebody has a confession here and it's a secret. So either you're going to be tapping in, because the high priestess is not only a secret keeper, she ends up knowing secrets, or maybe finding out secrets, or secrets come to her. All right. So there definitely is some sort of confession here, whether it's you or somebody else. And you're pursuing virtue by being honest. I love that. We have wisdom here. This reminds me of Taurus. Knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. All right. So some of you, Scorpios, may need to, I was about to say expect, and that's not what I'm trying to say. Some of you need to connect with somebody who's a little bit more wiser than you, about like this situation, or there's some sort of wisdom that is coming about from the experiences that, you're having this month. Okay. So I have two new decks. I have the Trust Your Vibes Oracle cards by Sonia Choquette. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. And I have the Oracle of Awakening by Lalania Simone. Okay, so I am going to end up reading y'all one page out of this, from these next couple cards. So we have Let Go. So some of you, whoever you're nostalgic about, you may be called to, let go and or release like your attachment to the outcome. So you can go after what you want, but it's like once you go after what you want, and if you're rejected or you're redirected, whatever the case may be, you have to let go and allow things to just flow, baby. Again, you have to be open to change, okay? We have Take It Easy. Take it easy. So some of you are in need of relaxing. Remember when I mentioned like my dog snoring, and I was like, some of you may need some like deep rest, all right? Some of you may need some deep rest. And maybe also as you're taking it easy, maybe this is when you're going to be more in tune with your emotions. Maybe this is when you're going to be able to see messages from the divine, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, okay? I am going to read you this last card. It says, look for the divine. Look for the divine, all right? I feel called to read that one. 27, which adds up to 9, so that's a number of completion. So you're completing some sort of cycle here. Um, Look for the divine. The insecure ego looks at life through a dark lens, seeing the worst in people and things and expecting nothing but trouble and danger, which is very Scorpio. Y'all be into some dark shit sometimes. This fearful ego distorts your view and closes your heart and mind to the good things and people the universe is placing in your path. Avoid this trap by changing the channel from ego to spirit. Remember, I did mention ego earlier. Look for the best qualities and aspects of people and things. Look for divine opportunity in every situation and the best in every person, even if it is highly challenging. Ask your higher self to show you what you can learn for your soul's growth. Listen to your vibes and look for the light instead of getting stuck in your ego, expecting the worst. All right, so Scorpio, that's basically saying expect better. If you expect better, you're going to receive better. Or like, don't just assume that everybody is coming from this, bad place, that's not the case a lot of the times. All right, so it sounds like you're needing to shift, your mindset and make sure that you're managing your ego. All right. So these next set of cards. We have dissolve, release identity, merge with source. This sounds like ego work too, so I will be reading this card. Dissolve, release identity, merge with source. So I'm going to leave that one right there because I do feel like that's saying like some of y'all are really going to have to leave your old self behind or like do more of your shadow work and accept that other side to yourself. We have sacred breath, giving and receiving life, divine exchange. Okay. Giving and receiving life. So keeping in mind that, no matter how nostalgic you are about somebody, that if you are not giving and receiving life to one another, what is the point? Also, again, some of you are meant to be mothers, all right, or meant to give life to something. There is going to be some sort of divine exchange between you and someone else, but whether this is you birthing a child at some point or just a divine connection, all right? Ooh. We also have limitless, access to infinite potential. So you remember at the, excuse me, in this look for the divine card, there's an infinity symbol at the bottom. So limitless, access to infinite potential. Like whatever you want things to be, Scorpio, they will be. But you just got to be open to change. Okay, open to change and know that there are an infinite ways, all right, to get to where you want to go. We also have protection, shield, preserve, conserve. So up your protection, but this also could be like something that you may be trying to like make happen. It's not meant to happen, or at least right now. It's preserving you, it's conserving you, it's shielding you. So keep that in mind. Let's go to this dissolve. Give me one moment, Scorpio. How does it go from creation to downloads? Is this a typo? I know you lying. Am I tripping? Y'all, either my book goes from the word creation to downloads. DISS is before DOWN. That is nuts. So we're just truly going to have to go with my intuitive feeling then. I'm like looking through the rest of the book just to see. That's crazy. So I don't know if my book just has... Wow. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I'm going to look something up real quick. Let's see. Leave it to a Scorpio reading to do this. Okay. I want to read this to y'all. All right. So, key aspects of merging with Source, realization of oneness. The fundamental idea is that there is no true separation between the individual soul and the divine source. The merging, in quotations, is a return to this inherent unity, a dismantling of the illusion of separateness. The awakening of spirit. The individual or consciousness is seen as dormant or sleeping. In spiritual practices like meditation, self purification, and inner focus, awaken it. This awakened spirit then leads the soul back to its source. So some of you may be having awakening this month, Scorpio, like the more you tap into spirituality and religion, like whatever that may look like for you. Experience of union. This is not merely an intellectual concept, but a deep, visceral experience of conscious union with the collective consciousness of the cosmos. There's inner peace that comes with this, inner peace and purpose. There's connection to your higher self and completion of a spiritual process. All right. So that's crazy to me. So I know that this card is important. So you're meant to dissolve yourself, like inflate your ego. Do that shadow work. Do shadow work in relation to your ego. Google that, like, or TikTok, whatever you want to do. All right. Research shadow work for my ego. Okay. And the last card that we have here, your mindfulness message for the month, is return to the body. And that is very much so connected to that dissolve card. When I'm caught up in a stressful moment, I can move my awareness to my body. Is my jaw clenched? My body tense? How is my posture? This helps me to see where I can relax and let go of tension. Now I can return to any situation more calm and present. So returning to the body, when I see that too, I think of mindfulness. I think of meditation. I think of increased self-awareness, which are all the things that are supposed to be, happening this month. They're really returning to self, spirit, your emotions. It's real deep, Scorpio. All right. Well, that is what I have for y'all. I will see you next time. Please like the video. Bye.